So, alright. Let's start off talking about the YouTube algorithm for a minute. You ever watch like one clip of something and YouTube just won't stop suggesting it to you? Well, apparently it won't stop suggesting Bill O'Fucking-Riley's dumbass to me. And the only reason I'm gonna even play another one of these is because it's pretty much it's related to the same shit. This one's fucking Bill's radio message analysis of Bob Woodward's book. So I gotta fucking do it. Alright, bitch. Man, I'm not awake enough for this crap. God damn it. But I don't care about my mental health right now.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, many investors are on the hunt for steady
Piss off.
cash
I forget
flow.
about your stupid
Try
fucking
something
ads.
you may want to research. So call 2727 or visit nria.net. On this Tuesday, I am exhausted from reading
Yeah, I am too.
Bob Woodward's book about President Trump. It's not a terrible book, but it's unfair on many pages.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's so unfair. Because the the mainstream media is just so unfair. You know, I can't believe that they would just have a problem with a quid pro quo, or that over 200,000 Americans have died now. Oh, but he acted fast. No, he didn't. He didn't fucking act fast. As far as I'm concerned, he's not even acting. Still. Fuck's sake. But please tell me how unfair it is, you ass.
Mr. Woodward is a shrewd reporter who divides the book into two sections. The first tells the story of three men Mr. Trump fired. Former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, former Secretary of Defense James Mattis, and former National Intelligence Director Dan Coates.
So let me guess. This is going to be one of those things where we got to paint all these people in a bad light, because he already started with that. He interviewed three people that Trump fired, so he must have fired them because they didn't do a good job. It couldn't have been that they wouldn't go along with his bullshit. And, you know, it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that nobody wanted to go along with his bullshit, and that's why he's appointed people like Ivanka and Trump. What the fuck is that? There's Donald Trump Jr., but, oh yeah, Eric Trump. Eric Trump's daddy's little ass kisser. Fuckface. God, he takes after his dad. His daddy wanted his daddy's attention too. Wonder if he has kids that seek his attention. What a fucking cycle. Shit. Wait, what did you just say? Oh yeah. The shit about, so, you know, it's just that these people weren't fit for the job, but, you know, Trump's fucking family members and his stupid son-in-law. There's all the successful people in America just happen to be under one family, I guess. And, you know, this family's so great that's why only, I guess, 200,000 Americans have died. I like how Trump's, like, oh my god. You know, Trump was doing all this shit, like, I gotta leave it up to the states. Yeah, he was wanting to leave it up to the states, but, you know, any time that he wants to be praised, but he never wants to take any blame for anything. Like, he'll point all the fucking fingers, but wants to stand on the parade float.
All three talked with Woodward extensively, and all three think ill of President Trump. So the book is stacked against the president.
Oh, it's stacked just because these people don't like him. Like, you know, he said something in the last video that I watched. Like, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, it was something like, you know, President Trump talked extensively with you. Like, well, I don't understand this shit. Like, why do you think that people on, I guess, both sides, in this case, I guess the other side would be that, you know, he wants there to be 3 people that Bob Woodward interviewed that like Trump? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, okay, so if I write a book about, you know, the moon landings, and you know, let's say I get in contact with all these people from NASA and, you know, whatever, wherever the fuck. Do I also have to, like, interview a bunch of flat earthers too, Bill? Do I have to get the bullshit side too? Like, maybe Bob Woodward didn't just put other people in the book because it's irrelevant. Just like, that's why Scott Pelley didn't ask why is Joe Biden the man for the job? That was what he said in the last video, stupid ass fucking Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, you know why Scott Pelley didn't ask Bob Woodward if Joe Biden would be the man for the job? Because it's fucking irrelevant. But then I know what the conservatives would do. Well, why can't he just ask it? Why can't he just ask it? The same reason I'm gonna do the shit with the moon, the NASA comparisons again. Like, the same reason that NASA doesn't listen to these stupid flat earth conspiracy theorists that tell them stupid shit like, well, if they're really in space, why don't they turn the camera around just to prove that they're not on a set? That's not why they're fucking up there, asshole. We don't spend millions of fucking dollars to shoot people up just to prove that the fucking earth is round and that they're not on a set. And even if they did it, then it would be some other conspiracy. Just like with Trump. Like, you're not even defending him anymore. Like, do you think he's a god, a religious figure? Let me go back like let's go back 10 seconds.
Talked with Woodward extensively, and all 3 think ill of President Trump. So the book is stacked against the president from the jump. After Mr. Trump is severely criticized by the 3 men and by Bob Woodward, the second half of the book gives him a chance to reply. But he's on the defensive in all...
Well, of course he would be. Like, look, his entire presidency has put him in a situation where he's got to be on the defense. And that's not because people came after him his entire presidency. Yeah, hang on. Let me take a few seconds. I'm getting jumbled. The conservative voters just love to bring up that shit. Oh, they've been wanting Trump impeached since he got in office. What's your proof for that? They'll show you, like, clips of, like, some people saying, you know, that he needs to be impeached. Yeah, I heard people saying, when I say people, I'm talking about civilians. There were regular civilians just wanting Trump impeached when he got in office. Well, he didn't do anything yet. I mean, he was a misogynistic, egotistical, narcissistic fuckface who has no sympathy, let alone empathy, who is completely out of touch with the average American person. Wait, god damn it. What the fuck was I saying?
Half of the book gives him a chance to...
Oh yeah, well, he's on the defensive. Well, you know, since this book is like his recordings about... as far as I know, the Bob Woodward tapes are... Well, no, it's not, because there's stuff about... You know, he asks Trump if he thinks that racism, systemic racism, is in America, and he thinks that it is, although he doesn't think as much as the other countries, but... I mean, we have Bob fucking Woodward to thank for Nixon, too. We don't fucking complain about that, you fuckers. Like, we need people to take down scumbags like this. And like, Bob Woodward's a journalist too, right? Like, it's not that he's just out here to just take presidents down. Like, god damn it. Trump agreed to fucking be taped for these interviews. He knew he was being fucking taped. This wasn't a gotcha book. Or whatever the fuck. It's not a gotcha book when you have tapes of the motherfucker saying this shit. I think I've made my point. Fucking
to reply, but he's on the defensive in all of the interviews with Woodward, and it is hard to score points on defense. Mr. Woodward?
What? Well, it's not a game of sports, Bill. What the fuck? Hard to score points? I'm sorry, but am I the only one that doesn't understand that analogy at all? Public... Hey, alright. Let me just try and, like... God damn it. It's so stupid that I don't even know how to tackle this. Like... I don't understand, like, what do you mean by points? There's no points here, and I'm not just saying that, you know, I know nobody's keeping score. I know what he's trying to get at. He's trying to say, like, there's no debate going on here, asshole. You know what? I'm just gonna, like, skip it. Let's just continue, because I really don't know what the fuck Bill's...
It's hard to score points on defense. Mr. Woodward also tosses in his own commentary, and it's almost always negative. For example, on page 286, he writes about the president's COVID briefings, quote, "The rambling, often defensive and angry monologues eroded confidence in his grasp of the problem and leadership," unquote. Well, that's Woodward's opinion. It's not...
hang on. I have to go back. Let me listen to that again, because, like... I didn't quite catch everything he said, but...
For example, on page 286, he writes about the president's COVID briefings, quote, "The rambling, often defensive and angry monologues eroded confidence in his grasp of the problem and leadership," unquote.
I'm having difficulty understanding, like, one or two words he's saying. I don't know, like, occasionally I have difficulty understanding a word Bill O'Reilly says. I don't know, like, what it is.
Angry monologues eroded confidence in his...
Who wrote in confidence.
...grasp of the problem and leadership, unquote. Well, that's Woodward's...
Okay, I understand now. No, that's not Woodward's opinion, because he's getting ready to say that.
Eroded confidence in his grasp of the problem and leadership, unquote. Well, that's Woodward's opinion.
That's not an opinion. You know what? You want to know how he got that opinion? By fucking interviewing people and listening to people who are in... I've heard this shit too. Trump doesn't fucking listen to anybody. He defends his stupid fucking actions. Trump doesn't want to be proven wrong about anything. He's so egotistical. He thinks that any source that he trusts or anything that he thinks has more legitimacy than anything else. More so than science, more so than reality, because he doesn't know what the fuck reality is, god damn it. That's why fucking Trump took a goddamn cognitive test. It doesn't fucking measure intelligence, dipshits. Make sure you're not a delusional moron who fucking tries to start the refrigerator with their car keys.
It's not fact-based reporting.
Then what is? Like... It's... Oh, just interviewing people for shit. That's not fact-based reporting. putting the stuff that you find in your book is in fact base reporting. Finding people that will talk good points on Donald Trump, not finding those people. That's... God damn it, DID's hit me. What the fuck was the term he just said?
Well, that's Woodward's opinion. It's not fact-based.
Oh, yeah, fact-based. Yeah, not finding, people to just think, John... why do you think that other people need to be... Oh, like... Look, Bob Woodward didn't write this book just to shit-talk Trump. You shit. He wrote the book because Trump fucked up. So, you know what? Let's just finish it, because you're probably about to get to your bullshit deals at the end.
The book also ignores, pretty much, the brutal and unfair Russian collusion situation, which has influenced how the president behaves.
Because the Russia investigation was so hard on Trump's psyche that's why Trump just isn't performing at his peak. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Motherfucker. That's why we should have impeached him. Well, no, not because it caused stress on his mental psyche. No, you want to know why Trump's performing like he is now? It's because when the fucking Republicans let him off the hook with that goddamn collusion in Russia, when they let him off the hook, that sent the signal to him that he could fucking do anything he goddamn wants. And that's exactly what he's fucking doing. That's why he's fucking just going through the goddamn streets with these fucking militia, basically, people that are unmarked in unmarked vans. They're just snatching people off the streets.
And that's a huge admission, one that speaks directly to the basic slant of Bob Woodward's book. Now this. We're in a recession, millions of...
Boy, you really are something. So, apparently, here's what Bill O'Reilly thinks. If you are going to write a book, do any sort of reporting, like news-based, like on TV, anything, if you're on a radio station, if you're going to do something about Trump that might be somewhat negative, you better just get some Trump ass kissers just to... Like, I don't get it. That's not how reporting works, Bill. That's basically all Bill O'Reilly just said throughout this entire thing was... it was just unfair to Trump because nobody interviewed people that had anything good to say about Trump. So okay, Bill, you've got your own radio. So where's the good things about Trump? Go ahead and say it. All it is you're just bitching about people complaining about Trump. So what? You just don't want people to point out anything about Trump because there's nothing good about him. Holy shit, I need to take a breath. Fuck. You are an old bastard. I think I'm done. Like, fuck it.